Choosing the right sports betting platform can be tricky, as most mobile sports betting apps come with limited betting options and customization, delayed cash out and withdrawal times, and tedious customer support, and no true loyalty program with continuous rewards even after signing up. All of this leads to a frustrating, one-sided experience. So, how do you find the one which suits you best? Introducing Zensports. It combines the best of both worlds, a traditional sports book and a cutting-edge peer-to-peer marketplace. Zensports allows you to accept bets against the house, or use our peer-to-peer marketplace to create your own one-of-a-kind bet and set your own odds without the need for a bookmaker. At Zensports, you get more betting options and a cashback rewards through our unique welcome bonus, continuous loyalty program every month, and referral rewards delivered directly into your account. So what are you waiting for? Download the Zensports app today at Zensports.com.
Welcome to Bluff City Bets, a Bluff City media podcast. Join Daniel Greer and Chase Bobbitt as they give their plays of the day and strategies for success as a sports bettor. Now, let's get to the show.
What's up, everybody? I am Daniel Greer, your host here at Bluff City Bets, where I try to make you just a little bit smarter and make your cash go a lot farther, a little bit farther. But here at Bluff City Bets, we are presented by Zensports, and we are all things Memphis. We're all things of the Bluff City. Anything that you're looking for, Memphis related, we will give you that and beyond. Here with Bluff City Bets, we're going beyond. And as you have seen now with Chase, he's giving you plays. What was it? Newcastle, Man City. I am not a soccer guy, but I love that play. Both teams to score. I even have one more. I'm going to add to Chase's play right out the bat. The first minute, I'm going to say it's Man City and over 2.5 combined goals. Maybe they'll both hit, and maybe I'll look so much smarter than Chase. But here at Bluff City Bets, we are presented by the good people over at Zensports. At Zensports, you can go ahead and download the app now and go ahead and get 5% cash back. Everything that you play, you will get 5% cash back in the first 15 days. And then after that, you get up to 3% cash back, just like your savings account. It just gives you a little bit more at the first of the month. So go ahead and sign up for Zensports now, and then tell a friend. And if you tell your friends, you're going to get 5% cash back in the first 6 months of everything they play. So you're getting off to a good start in the first 15 days. In the first month, you're getting more back. And then the first 6 months of telling your friend, you're going to get 5% more cash back. Sounds like there's a lot of cash rewards coming back to you. And make sure you use the code BLUFFC when you do sign up. That helps us, makes us look good. We're the ones telling you. Give us be a friend, tell a friend. And so go ahead and use the code BLUFFC, and you'll go ahead and get signed up today. All right, on the show today, I don't have much of anything other than baseball. So let's go around the league real quick. And I'm looking at staying away from baseball. It's August, and it has sucked for me. So the last 3 months, I have been very profitable. I have been playing very well. My bonus, my units, everything going straight up. And then August came, and it smacked me in the mouth. And so what I did this past week or two is I took a step back. I guess it's not a week or two. It's 18 days into August, okay? So probably the past 5 or 7 days, I have completely taken a step back and just said, you know what? I'm going to get back to the basics. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting back to the basics, getting back to making sure I am very disciplined in my unit size, especially for baseball right now. As I said, it is a time of the year where there's a lot of teams that are kind of falling out of the race. There's a lot of players that might be nursing injuries, players looking to get healthy, players that are just going through the motions. And honestly, I'm going to try to stay away from as much as possible. And so with that being said, I want you to be very cautious of what you're playing and what you're looking at. For example, if I'm looking to play the Cardinals, okay, they just played a game yesterday. And so I had a play on Paul Goldschmidt. And if I'm looking at these teams, I want to make sure there's something there for them. And I'm also going to look at who the player is. Is it a vet going to make sure he's getting his at bats and making sure he looks good? Okay, cool. I'm going to make sure I approach him if it's a good matchup in a sense, right? So I'm not going to go after him with somebody he's maybe not seen, maybe a young guy looking to prove something late in the career, like where he's going to be dialed in. This is his World Series for these young guys. And so a vet, I'm going to look at different matchups. I'm going to be very strategic, especially if they're out of the playoff race completely. And I honestly, you can go around the league and look at that. Then you go look at rookies. They're very scarce. They're not going to be consistent, but you can look at matchups that might be good for them. And that's going to be looking at a guy who might be good against the slider. Maybe somebody's good against the curveball. So off speed, hitter going against a pitcher that is more of all speed, and he really doesn't challenge you much with his fastball. So I'm going to look at a hitter like that. And so that's what I've kind of done lately is the middle guys, the guys that are still kind of finding their way. They're good players. I'm kind of staying away from them a little bit, and I'm going after the vets, the people that have been around the block, people that know what August is about. Maybe they figured out a routine to keep them in a good shape, right? And so after that, I'm going to go look at the rookies, that people there prove themselves, and how can I take advantage of it? I'm going to be a little bit creative, and then also probably not playing as much. And so my suggestion would be is to back off a little bit on your unit size. If you're feeling like you're not hot, if you're not seeing the plays well, go ahead and back off. And that's what I'm doing. I've mainly been sticking to players that I'm comfortable with. And that is simply mainly the Braves, because I am a Braves fan. They are the hottest offensive team probably in the league. And so I feel comfortable playing with them. But I'm also going to pick out at max 2 players that I'm targeting. And usually it's not going to be the same type of bets. It's going to be different, differentiating bets. And so I'm not going to go too crazy with it, because I had been, and it kind of caught up to me a little bit in the first part of August. So that's my advice. Stick to what you know, because that's going to be the smartest thing to do, especially right now. Football is coming. I think we're very close, right around the corner, especially in September, where we get started going in football. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to have tons and tons of plays for football. A lot of it will be prop bets, but make sure you tune in to our Discord channel. Hit us up if you need in. Just shoot us over a DM. Be more than happy to send you the link. That way you can join up right then, and you'll be able to do that. And so let's have some fun together, and let's make some money. We're going to go ahead and make sure we start tracking our record a little bit closer. And so which that does is that allows me to be a little bit more honest with myself and not putting out plays that I just don't feel are the perfect plays. But I always put out plays that I play. And so I have been profitable, been great. August kind of hit me in the mouth, just like probably a lot of us. And so we're taking a step back, and around the league is all about just chill, just relax. We're going to be okay. Football's coming, but don't be so crazy right off the bat. Football always will hit you right away, and you're like, I thought I was playing well. I thought I saw everything right. So don't get too crazy too quick. All right, let's go ahead and go over to Props.Cash. We're going to give you a lot of look of some of the guys that I'm looking at, some of the vets I'm targeting, and so we're gonna honestly stay within 2 games, and that's going to be the Braves game. They're going against the Giants, and then we're going to go with the Los Angeles Dodgers and one guy that I'm targeting. So let's go ahead and go over to Props.Cash now, where you can go ahead and use the code BCMBET when you sign up. Just use the code BCMBET over at Props.Cash. All right, as you can see that we're looking at the screen here, very generic, honestly, the very start of it. So this is kind of what you're going to see. And so a lot of guys that I do like, I'm going to go to one guy that I like, but it's just a lean, nothing crazy. A Screwball right here. And the reason is because it has minus 140 on the over 5.5 Ks. Okay. But look at that under. It's plus 105. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking over here. Okay. Against the, I almost called them the wrong name, the Guardians, over against Cleveland. They are one of the least striking out teams. And so he's already faced, I believe he did not face them this year, last season. And he only had 5 each time there. Let's go ahead and look at the full matchup here. Looking at everything, I just I don't see how he gets over that. So my lean would be to go under. I believe he is in the second game. They have a doubleheader, and so that's one game I'm going to target, maybe going under 5.5. Just because if you look at these numbers down here, he is a righty, as you can see. Lefty, as you can see right here in the left-handed pitching. So I'm going to go down here, instead of click on all, I'm just going to click on lefties, and they're pretty much hit or miss. But for the most part, you're going to see more X's than check marks, and so that's one lean that I have in my strikeouts. All right, let's go ahead and go to some total bases. All right, and as I said, I'm going to stay in 2 games. So let's go ahead and click the game. Let's start you off with the Braves. I love them. This is a guy who I'm going to lean on a little bit. I have not made a play, but if you look at Eddie Rosario over Alex Cobb, you have a .417 batting average with 3 singles and 2 home runs and 3 RBIs against him in his career. That's all since 2017, right? So it's not completely like new, but it is, it's not going to be like 10 years ago if you're looking at a guy like a vet. And so you're looking at these numbers, they're not crazy great. Just looking at these, I think that Eddie plays better at home. So let's look at his home. I think Eddie plays better at home. It's been a hit or miss. Listen, this is just a lean for me. It's something that I think a guy like here, if you want to take his total bases or his hits, runs, and RBIs, -140 is a little too much for me probably. I'm going to go look at his total bases. This is what I would play if I'm playing anything, is this right here. All right, let's get to the plays that I actually have. And let's go ahead, and since we're on total bases, we're going to stick with a guy named Marcell Ozuna. He's batting .400 and 5 plate appearances, 1 single and a double against him. I think he's playing well. I think he's hitting well. I think he's seeing the ball well. You're talking about a guy that's at home. He's covered his total bases in the last 5 games. I think that comes to do with him now being moved up behind a guy like Matt Olson. Matt Olson is the home run guy, the home run threat for the Braves. Well, if you're looking at this, okay, they struggled because they had the catcher Sean Murphy and Travis d'Arnaud, more Murphy than d'Arnaud, but you're seeing that they had him behind Matt Olson. Well, now you have Ozuna now backing up Matt Olson in the lineup, so they aren't walking Olson as much, but they're being very careful with him. And with that being said, then they're trying to attack Marcell Ozuna, who's actually seeing the ball well and hitting well, and so I'm going to play that. I played this over at MGM, I believe. Marcell Ozuna, 2+ bases, +110 over at FanDuel. So if you're seeing this right here, -105, I played it at +110 on FanDuel, literally 15 minutes for recording this. And so it still should be there. So make sure you shop around. But he has a good look at all of them have hit well against them. And so I like that total basis. So that's one guy I'm playing. The other guy I actually am playing as well is I'm going to look at Matt Olson. If you see Matt Olson, he's the only one in red, right? Well, what I'm going to go look at is RBIs. I'm looking at this in general because that's really the one thing I see is that Matt Olson, I think that what it comes down to, they're going to have a lot, like Alex Cobb gives up a lot of hits. And because he gives up a lot of hits, I think a guy like Matt Olson, he might not get a hit, and that's okay, but he might just be able to do a sac fly and get some RBIs. But one thing I saw today, and one guy that I think is very important, weirdly enough, Matt Olson on Fridays, right? Just Fridays, the last 8 games, he's had a game of 3 RBIs, 5 RBIs, 4 RBIs, 2 RBIs, and an RBI. So out of the 8, he has had 5 games of RBIs. And 4 of those games, half of the games, just on the past 8 Fridays, he's had multiple RBIs. Weirdly enough, I don't know. It's the start of a series usually on a Friday. First time you're seeing a guy like that. I'm going to go ahead and target a guy like Matt Olson on the RBIs. And I had this over on MGM at +110. So all mine have been plus so far. And so I'm liking that as well. Another guy I'm going to go target, not in this game, but the last game of the day, and that's going to be one of the hottest hitters right now, and that is a guy by the name of Mookie Betts. Mookie has been playing so well, and I think that he continues to keep playing well. Mookie has been on fire. Looking at his, not his RBIs, but his total bases. For one, we're going to stop here with Sandy Alcantara, who has pitched much better lately. He's still hitting 455 off of him. And if you look at this is amazing that if we're looking at this, out of his last 10 games, he's covered this 8 of the 10. Okay. I want to look at something else. I'm going to look at his home, the home splits, and see if that's different. So go look at his home real quick. He still looks the same. See if away if anything gives us anything different. He's just hot, right? And so a guy like that, this is what I'm looking at, is a guy who has been doing well. And so total bases, I love it. I just got total bases. I went to MGM as well and got 2 total bases for plus 110. Another plus odds play. That this can be done in 2 singles. It can be done in a double. But look at this. Okay, plus 110. It says minus 105 on the screen. Plus 110. I just got this. And so go look at his hits. The line is plus 200 on 2 hits. If you like that, he's seeing the ball well. If you want to go and dabble, hey, I'm going to play 1 unit on his total bases at plus 110. I'm going to play a half unit on over 1.5 hits at plus 200. I am going to do that personally, just because I just think that he is hitting so well. You ride somebody who's hot. You're not losing a ton if he doesn't get the 2 hits, as long as he gets his total bases. I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to hit early, and I think he's going to hit often. And so I'm going to keep riding Mookie. And so that's going to be the plays that I'm looking at overall today. I'm going to kind of stay away from some other things, but I love Mookie. I love Ozuna, and I love Olson. All to go ahead and cash those different plays. We have 3 different types of plays. Okay. And if you want to go ahead and add in, just 1 hit each for Ozuna and Mookie, I do like that. I haven't looked at the odds yet, but I do like that. And so I think that's something that you can target as well. And so overall, I just think that we need to maybe target these good players and these hitters that are hot, because that's the most important thing you can do right now in baseball. You're looking at 2 teams that are looking to go into the playoffs strong. They want to keep the ball rolling. And so that's the teams I'm targeting. And you're looking at the 2 teams we targeted today, and it's the Braves and the Dodgers, 2 of the best teams in the league, especially in the National League. But overall in baseball, that's two teams that I'm completely targeting and I love. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you my official plays. But before there, one more time for Zensports. If you haven't signed up, go ahead and use the code BLUFFC to sign up at Zensports. You can go ahead and download their app. It's a sports book, just like any other sports book. You're going to see the lines. You're going to see the plays. And as football's coming, make sure you get tuned in, because they're going to have some more player props. And they're starting out just like this show is starting out. And so show them some love, but also be understanding and be patient. They're trying to get more and more stuff up as they create their brand and create who they are. So make sure you stay patient, but also find the plays that you love and go for it, honestly. And but use the code BLUFFC. You get your 5% cash back right when you sign up. All right, all the first 15 days. Very simple. And then you get up to 3% cash back the first day of the month, every single month. And then tell your friends, have them use code BLUFFC as well. And they'll get, you get 5% cash back for the first 6 months. I almost said it backwards. I almost said 6% for 5 months. That's not right. 5% cash back for the first 6 months. But make sure you tell them to use the code BLUFFC as well. And go ahead and sign up today. That way we can all win together. All right. So I'm going to give you my 4 plays. 4. Anybody reference this? Some wrestling? Come on now. 4 horsemen. All right. Let's give you my 4 plays. Let's start off with the bat. As we talked about, Ozuna, 2 total bases, plus 110. Very simple. I'm playing him because he's hot. He's a guy who's seen the ball well against a guy who gives up a lot of hits in Alex Cobb. I think that you can even play possibly 2+ hits at a half a unit, a quarter unit. And honestly, you'll probably get back a unit. I think his number is like plus 240, plus 250. And so you can find those usually over on FanDuel if you want to play multiple hits. And then the other guy that I'm taking this game is going to be Matt Olson at 1 RBI. It's at plus 10. And so I think this is a guy who can easily hit a sac fly, somebody who can get the ball up in the air and drive it. It might fly out, and then you can then ladder up into RBIs if you'd like. As we talked about, 4 of the last 8 Friday games, he's had multiple RBIs. Okay, you're talking about 2+ RBIs is probably plus 350. Then it goes up to 3 RBIs is plus 800, plus 1,000, and then goes plus 2,000, plus 3,000 for 4 RBIs. He's had a game of 5 RBIs. Okay, Fridays, for whatever reason, Olson stays hot, and so find that little nugget for you. And so because of that, we're going to look at the game total. And so I'm going to look at the Braves' first 7 innings team total over 3.5 runs. That's team total runs over 3.5 just in the first 7 innings. The reason is I think they're the better team. I think they're going to get on Alex Cobb. If he pitches 5 innings, that's fine. But even then, in the bullpen, their bullpen isn't great either. So you're talking about taking away 1 run on the complete total of 4.5. You're taking away a run. So only have to have 4 runs instead of 5 in the complete game. And really, if they're winning, they're not going to get a 9th inning at bat anyway. So all you're losing is 1 at bat realistically for just 1 run. And so unless you think that the 8th inning, they're going to get hot and score a run, I would go ahead and hit this. It's at minus 125. I found this over at DraftKings, but Braves first 7 team total runs over 3.5, minus 125. All right, last play, Mookie Betts. You know him, you love him. 2 total bases plus 110. Go ahead and hit that now. It's over at MGM as well. But Mookie Betts is going to be our guy. He's hot. We're going to get hot. We're going 4-0. 4-0. We're doing it. We're doing it today. We're going to start off a streak. We're going to be patient. We're going to play the players that we love, the players that are hot. And we're going to start off, and we're going to sweep. And if we sweep, I promise you, I better see the receipts in our Twitter. I better see them over at Bluff City Bets over on Twitter. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you tell a friend, be a friend, and join us each and every Friday. We're going to continue to keep having our shows. This network is going to grow and keep doing more things. So stay tuned because football is coming. Let's have a weekend and let's sweep the board. See you later.
Thank you for listening to Bluff City Bets. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.